So sorry for being late. Now
It's
the
all right.
question is, did your Supreme Commander read
No.
this mission document?
The answer is no.
The answer is no. I did not use that time to verbatim read the description without your being present.
Or
What?
even non-verbatim.
That would have been cheating.
That
No.
totally would have been a time to strategize. Because
Perhaps.
I decided
That's
if Star
definitely not
Wars,
cheating.
if Star Wars has Life Debt Day, it's got to have Life Bond Day. Because, tomorrow being what tomorrow is.
Yep. All right, so agents, I've received a new mission. As Life Bond Day approaches, the Empire is planning to host a celebration at a stronghold on Corulag, disguised as a commemorative lifelong partnership and loyal to the Emperor. However, intelligence suggests that this event presents a unique opportunity for us to gather crucial information while spreading disinformation and causing chaos.
That's what we do best, cause chaos.
Our primary objective will be to infiltrate the stronghold through ways of the Life Bond Day festivities and gather as much intel as we can on military initiatives, technological advancements, troop movements, and gather any evidence of nefarious activities or plans threatening the Alliance.
Can you tell me again what were the things that we wanted to look for? Gather intel on troop movements was what I caught. I know there's more.
Yep, so there's military initiatives, technological advancements, troop movements, and evidence of any nefarious against the Alliance.
Nefarious.
All right.
I was going to say, there's some stuff listed in the secondary objectives, too, wasn't there?
Oh, yes, there are. I'm actually, hang on, just distracted here for a moment.
He's just reading the minor quick description.
No, I'm actually responding to a text.
That's what came to my mind first, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, they get a girlfriend and everything gets put to the wayside.
Right?
You can practically hear him blushing.
Hey, it was innocent. She was asking about the game. She's aware that I'm in a Star Wars RPG, and she thinks that's pretty cool, and she does respect my time to play with you guys. Anyway, so secondary objectives include planting false intel, either by means of false or forged documents or data chips containing misleading information disseminated through Imperial officials, sowing discord within their ranks. Recruitment and collaboration. If we can identify any Imperial officers using Life Bond Day activities to gain their trust, we may be able to turn them into informants or allies to our cause. Disrupting Imperial operations. If we can sabotage critical infrastructure to impact communications or other systems within the stronghold, that'll create distractions and hindering Imperial activities. There is also an elimination objective. We must find and eliminate Imperial officer Agent Valen Dre. He's a high-value target whose presence poses a significant threat to the Rebel Alliance. So we should probably make this the highest of our secondary objectives.
I can help with that one.
Certainly. And I can help you help with that one. There is a defector that we can contact within the stronghold by the name of Rhea Velnor.
See what
They've
happened the last
already
time.
defected, or they want to defect.
They are listed as a Corulagian defector, so I would believe that they have already defected and proven useful.
Yep, they're bona fide.
So they're
Aw.
basically undercover right now? Is that what?
That is correct.
Oh, that is adorable.
Right? Oh, a happy life on day.
Aww.
Aw.
I'm going to have to send that to my gal and say, if you ever want to get me flowers.
There you go. I thought you might like that.
Lightsaber bouquets? Come on.
So, important skills to have: computers, slicing, deception. Having a slicing rig, encrypted comms gear, holographic disguise projector.
I like how you're listing off your contacts information.
Oh, I thought that was stuff that, oh, my bad. I
Yep.
misread that. That is
That-
his specialties. Okay. I thought this was what we needed to have available.
And
Which-
I put the bouquet of
was gonna say,
lightsabers on the picture.
You got the slicer.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah, we got that.
You have a far
Deception.
superior slice.
Partially.
So, as for our target, Agent Valandre is an ISB operative. He's cunning and responsible for monitoring rebel activity and gathering intelligence. As for the Life Bond Day celebration itself, it will take place in the Grand Hall of the Imperial Stronghold, with high-ranking officers, dignitaries, and loyalists in attendance. Security will be very tight, with stringent entry protocols and surveillance systems in place. We should exercise extreme caution and discretion at all times, avoiding any unnecessary confrontations or suspicion. Utilize cover identities provided, so it sounds like they've already given us false identification, and exploit opportunities for covert communication and interaction.
On the plus side, your undercover contact has already provided you with false credentials as well as invitations to the party.
Magnificent.
Nice.
And more importantly, you got a nice gift package of spare droid parts, only slightly used, along with 10 data chips,
Excellent.
which you can totally use for disseminating the false information.
Are they preloaded with false information, or do we have to load them?
They are not preloaded. They are blank chips.
I see.
We can take care of
It's like
that.
a propagandist job.
Yep.
They totally fell off the back of an Imperial truck.
I mean,
Beautiful.
sometimes that happens.
So they
So-
look completely legit.
While I am not familiar with these romantic feelings spoken of, I am sure that some of you will be able to capitalize on them and put them to our advantage.
Oh, don't worry. You know he's learning from his new friend.
Which one? I have two.
The only one that's the same species.
Oh, true.
It is your duty to repopulate the species.
I will. Do you want me to put different misdirections on all the data?
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
the same?
Nope. Different information on all of them.
Okay,
Because if they're all the same, as soon as they figure out one of them's fake, then we've blown all of them. If we can put out 10 different bullshit stories, that'll sow lots of
countermeasures capable of reading
distrust
digital
and confusion.
direction.
So have we reset the pool yet?
We have.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Starting us off right.
Oh, you're welcome.
Aha.
Thank goodness.
It's more gooder than bad.
It's more gooder than.
Hey, Prit. Roll that there destiny.
See, you commanded him, and it came up dark.
Of course.
I'm assuming these are civilian credentials and invites.
They are lesser civilian political invites. If you want to substitute for an Imperial one, you do have your own cover identities as Imperials from last time. I mean,
Well, mine is no good, so.
I can craft a new one for you.
True, but I mean the uniform and all that, and the appearance is no good because he was last seen
murdering
somebody with a lightsaber to boot.
What?
So probably would be a good identity to go rolling in with.
I think that anyone that was in the room probably has burned that ID because of that. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just want you to use those identities again.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you. The whole point was to try to implicate the real people, and so hopefully we have done that.
There has been
identity well spent
in management.
But that would be a good story to build on and work. Is sightings of said officer somewhere in the galaxy. Send him on a wild
superhero Jedi.
Yep, send him on a hunt for a Jedi in the middle of somewhere.
Right.
An Imperial Jedi.
And they all go, yeah, it's called an Inquisitor. We don't talk about those guys because supposedly when you say their name, they can hear you thinking.
So can anyone think of, because we did come into some money as of our last mission, is there any gear that we can utilize in this here mission? And there's chirping.
There's chirping?
Your bird is chirping, or?
Chirping of crickets.
Oh, that chirping. Because we're all thinking, you got the
like what? I mean,
totally be a bird.
Where I'm thinking, well, is she okay? Is a chirp a good thing or a bad thing?
Depends on what kind of chirp it is.
Exactly. I was like waiting for a follow-up.
Well, I asked, I waited a moment, and there was complete silence, so...
Well, I mean, our comms, the ones that we have, are they
encrypted comms?
Thank you. I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? It's been a long ass day.
Are just regular commercially available comms.
Perhaps we should get encrypted comms for us.
I'd have to look, but I don't know.
How much would
wearable encrypted comm? I don't think. I'll have to look.
You totally just need to, get a comm scrambler and sneak it in as a cake.
Huh.
Reel it in through the party. I mean, the most insidious thing is the fact that the Emperor is trying to usurp Life Bond Day for his own glory and achievements. That insidious bastard.
Yeah,
So-
it's a total dick move.
Let's see.
So, how hard is it to get a rarity 8 item?
It's not too difficult. I mean,
What does one have to do to get a rarity 8 item?
if you want to try to negotiate with Command to send something with you there, we can see if Rebel Command has it available.
Yeah, my negotiation is 4 green.
There's a 3 mall secure comlink. That would fit the bill for cheap.
How much are they?
$250, and they are a popular throughout the Rebel Alliance. The 3 mall comlink is a versatile comms system squeezed into a tiny pill-shaped package. In addition to military-grade encryption, the 3 mall scans popular civil defense, emergency services, and law enforcement frequencies. Like most comlinks on the market, the 3 mall is easily synchronizes with properly equipped droids, computers, sensors, and cyborg units, and can transmit either voice or data.
I mean, Simi wants one of those. Just install it right here.
Yeah. So.
So, Jim, you ready for that negotiation?
Can you put that in the chat?
I guess I can get ready for that. I was doing another super secret thing in the background, but let me get that for you.
And I did flip a point.
And you said that was rarity 8? And
Yep.
what is the item specifically?
It is a VidVox Scrambler.
Ooh. Okay, only 4.
Are you ready?
I have got your upgrade in there.
And David, what was the cost on that?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it here. I gotta bounce back and
So
forth.
on the plus side, you were able to get one in your care package.
Mm-hmm.
On the bad side, for those 3 threats, you for one realized that someone may have died while wearing it. And it seems to have sustained some minor damage. It still works. It's just dropped in 2 grades of reliability. So it's not in great shape. It's not in good shape. It's in fair shape.
Can I use mechanics to do a repair on it?
Yeah, somebody could totally repair it.
All right, well.
I mean, the fact it looks like someone was murdered while wearing it. Go ahead and
I'm pretty emotionless. I don't really care about such things.
give me your mechanics check there.
Second, back over to my skills. Let me see, where's my mechanics?
As you're just like, you guys really sent me second hand.
Damn
What
it.
kind of Rebel Alliance is this that can't afford brand new expensive items? As everyone else in the group is buying brand new comms. So you try to fix it, you clean it up really well. I mean, but it's seen some shit.
Yeah, it's dented, but I do like that suggestion for my advantages there. So we'll go ahead and we'll give it the superior quality for a session.
Okay. So it's definitely doing its job and giving you a blue dice for any use. As
Beautiful.
you're trying to modulate your very basic voice. Cyphertis ordered 10 million units.
All right, so yeah, let me read what the Vidvox Scrambler does.
He requisitions one, then he reads the directions.
No. I wanted to read it out loud for everybody. Vidvox Scramblers are small personal signal jamming generators prized by intelligence agents, corporate officers, military brass, powerful criminal bosses, and anyone else interested in keeping their private conversations private. When activated, a Vidvox Scrambler generates a low-intensity comms jamming field that disrupts all audio, video, and holographic recording within its area of effect while leaving conversation unaffected. While they are not perfect, a particularly powerful recording device or dedicated eavesdropper may pick up some snippets of a protected conversation. Vidvox Scramblers are still an excellent protection against spying. Vidvox Scramblers affect all electronic audio, video, and holographic recording devices within a 4-meter radius. A daunting perception check can be made to attempt to overhear a pertinent part of the conversation from within the jamming bubble. Using a recording device to listen in requires a daunting computer's check. Even if the check is successful, any information recorded is incomplete and spotty at best. Recording devices used outside the area effect cannot detect anything at all.
And you know what the best part of you having that is? Simi and Lachelle, when you have it turned on, are going to be like, sorry, did you say something? I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Wait, why would Lachelle be affected?
She has that recorder cybernetic, doesn't she?
Oh.
Mhm.
She'd be like, why am I having a migraine looking at you right now? Obviously, this was his plan to keep you from seeing him in the refresher again. No recording and making gifs of me taking a shower. I mean, the best part is if you get a picture of him naked, since he has no genitalia, Spacebook page won't block you for posting the picture.
So how much do one of those comms cost?
The comms that the group's talking
one?
about? $250.
The 3-mile secure comm link.
$250.
$250. So I will happily pick up one of those.
Yes, I did as well.
I mean, they are really, really nice. And its small shape makes it easier to sneak around if you need to sneak one around. I mean, come on, for that price, you know you want to sneak a spare one around in your boot. Are you okay, Kelly? There was a brief noise.
Sorry.
Was it a sneeze?
Yeah, sorry.
And then for some reason, as soon as Simi sneezes, the little comm disappears. Someone look for the small pill-sized comm on the floor somewhere. All of a sudden, the shop cat comes in and you start hearing comms from its belly.
Of course, the sneeze would have only been an affectation, as I do not sneeze.
Is Simi practicing deception?
Yes.
If you can master the humanoid sneeze, then you can attempt to perfectly imitate their vocal connotations.
Let's see.
Yes, I need to peek into Tozen's character sheet.
What other goodies do we need?
Right page. Why would you change pages on me while I'm looking over your shoulder?
Because I can.
Poisons aren't very viable. Too much work. I was looking at poisons for our one guy.
Mhm.
Here, have some life day cake.
Well, the one I wanted was the Aphied crystal, but it's designed for like the false tooth to take yourself out,
Oh, the arsenic tooth pill.
not for poisoning somebody else.
You could always go with the Garrote Chrono.
Sometimes you just got Garrett in that dude.
Exactly.
Though, read the rules for garroting somebody. It can be kind of rough.
Character who makes a successful brawl attack when using a Garrote against a target can cause that target to become suffocated. See page 228 of the Age of Rebellion core rulebook. Targets may attempt to break free of a Garrote with an opposite brawl versus brawl check, adding 1 black for each round they have been caught.
As he turns purple.
So you just got to make sure you're fucking strong to do it.
Oh.
You know, you got to be a Bond villain to garrot somebody.
I mean, I am strong, but...
And we won't worry about it this time around, but for next operation, I do believe y'all got enough duty to cash it in together to get to the next rank.
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't it take like 100?
But collectively, between all of you, I think you got that much. I mean,
Oh.
I'm seeing we got 20 with Simi, 20 with Prit.
Oh, yeah.
Tozen's got 25. We got Melnock at 30 and Lachelle at 25.
All right, yeah.
So you may want to think about what you guys want to cash in, and if it's going to be one big thing or a bunch of little things.
Yeah, probably don't need it before we go on this mission, because that also ups your recognition and stuff. So
yeah, after this mission would be a really good time to cash it in. Then you have recognition, because the last mission was totally covert, and you did not want to take credit for the mission. In
Hey
fact,
Jim, how much duty did you say that I have? Because I don't think my totals match yours.
Let's see. You should have 10 for internal security and 10 for resource acquisition.
Okay, I've got 5 each for that. So
you may want to refresh your page, because I was in your page when you were there, and it may not be refreshed since I was in it last.
Aha. No, I never actually look there. I look at in a different place.
Oh.
I've got my own place where I'm keeping my experience and stuff, and I probably just you mentioned, hey, you get duty, and I didn't write it down at some point.
You got duty.
You got duty.
The Rebel Alliance sent you a brown paper bag full of duty. And apparently I have an orange kitty cat trying to knock everything over.
So, Simi, you want to start loading up those data chips?
Yep, that's why I was wondering if you wanted separate. So I will set all 10 with separate misinformation.
Okay, and that's going to be 3 purple to pull it off. And since they're all getting different information, I'm adding a black, just to make life difficult, which you're going to totally supersede anyway, because you take out blacks.
Yes, I take out 3 blacks.
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll. I got your upgrade in there.
I want these things to be practically perfect.
Okay, so with 4 successes, not only do you do it lickety split, but you basically take a bunch of, Inquirer articles and put those in the data chips. So these 10 data chips have 10 slightly different false leads and stories. And it's merely up to you of who gets these data chips.
Well,
Once we get in there, we don't need to decide it now.
I mean, now the question is, the information you're putting on these data chips, is this like rebel information that's false? Or is this like, and Imperial so-and-so is possibly a rebel traitor?
both.
I was going to say, yeah, why not?
So,
Why not both?
So,
I will
like,
totally let you on the downtime, by the way. Give me 2 or 3 of these false chips that you sent out to see what's going to happen to the world in general.
I want to direct suspicion onto Imperial, and then misdirect away from. So, like how she was saying that they were on Dantooine for the, but it's not really there for the rebels.
Mm-hmm.
But they still blew up Alderaan.
Not yet, they haven't.
No, but
And if you're needing any names, don't forget you've got some enemy contacts listed in the enemy contact
and
handout if you want to drop some names.
no, I definitely, when I want to direct suspicion onto some of, they're going to lead specifically to certain names.
So off camera in the downtime between games, you can totally give me 3 of the rumors you plant, and those will probably, if you guys are slick in handing them out, come true in one way or another from a certain point of view. Officer so-and-so carries a lightsaber in her bag. Or is it something else? All I heard was through the bulkhead of the ship.
Right?
That sounded a little bit Homestar Runner.
Okay, so you've filled your 10 data chips with incriminating information in almost no time whatsoever. The names of the innocent were confused with not innocent just to get them fried. Amy is nefarious.
All right. Well,
now is Simi going to craft any identities for you guys besides the ones you're provided? In case you don't want to be local minor nobility or minor politicians.
You know what? I'll craft some as backups too, in case our other ones get burned. You know, so it's like the ones that they're providing us, because, you know, but
yep,
other
just in
ones
case.
that just in case.
Jim, and while she's doing that, can I make a computer's rule to try to pull up the schematic of the stronghold so that we can get, cameras and just a general layout of the grand hall?
If it's just the grand hall, yes.
Are you ready?
Well,
Or
I think Tozen is going to do that himself.
Yeah, that one I was going to do that one I can do myself while you're doing the credentials.
Yeah. Do I need to make a separate role for the credentials?
Yes. Go ahead and let Tozen.
That was my question.
So me first, Jim?
Yep.
Ready? Set?
Yep.
Go.
Okay, so you find a very nice, beautiful display of the grand ball area because it's totally been posted before for events.
Yeah, and I for that advantage, I definitely want, like I said, cameras and security systems.
Okay, so for one advantage, I can only give you so much. So what were you looking for that one advantage?
For the one advantage, we're looking for security systems in the Grand Hall.
Basically, you can see that it has a ton of security in there, but most of it during previous encounters where you've seen that they've had, people at events, it's been marginalized down to using real people security. Just from what I'm seeing from the videos and stuff. Because thankfully, this place has been on video before. Because it really is their be our guest location.
Excellent.
Yes, put our service to the test.
And totally get to see some stock photos and the Grand Hall, which is at the very bottom of the map. And now for Simi, who wanted to make false identities.
Yeah.
Now the question is, what kind of false identities are you looking to make?
Would you guys like Imperials or just
I would
other...
think so. Since we're going in as dignitaries, having an alternate Imperial identity could be more useful.
Yeah.
Okay, a minute.
Are you ready?
I am. Give me just a sec. I'm going to ask for 2 rolls.
2 rolls?
Yep, there's going to be 2 rolls. The first one is apparently going to be upgraded.
Wow.
I didn't get your upgrade in yet, by the way. But I don't think we need it.
Yeah, you can take away one of those threats.
I mean, I'll let you roll 1 yellow and replace that green if you want, with whatever comes up. You want to do that? Or do you want me to give you your point back? I mean,
I'll leave that to you.
Give us the point back.
Okay, so you may not need that second roll with that triumph there, depending on how you want to use it.
Well, what was the second roll going to be for?
It was going to be for a deception for your cover identities to have some, identity and not just be fake names.
Well, my thought, if they were ISB, then people ain't going to know shit. So you don't have to explain as much.
That is true. I ain't telling you shit. It's above your pay grade.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just a thought.
I mean, you do have a big damn triumph there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, 4 successes. You burn out 5 IDs, including your own. And for the triumph, you're wanting to make sure they're high clearance ISB agents.
Yes.
Okay. And for the 3 threat, I will totally use that suggestion that you did a poor job of concealing your presence in the system.
What's that now?
That she did a poor job concealing her presence in the system when making up the ISB agents.
I see.
Maybe now we know why you got up to another tier, and your presence is known for your cell.
Mm-hmm.
ISB's like, who the fuck was this? They didn't catch you, but they know there's somebody messing around in there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da-da-da-da.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so you have 5 alternate IDs. Now the question is, are you guys going to pretend to be ISB in plain clothes?
Yep.
Or you're going to use your ISB IDs to get in and then the politicians to snooze around?
I thought we were going. Well, it's up to you guys.
I think it's better to use our politician stuff to get in.
So I think the ISPs would be a better choice of getting out of shit if things go sideways.
Yep.
Well, right. And that's where you go in as politicians and something starts to get a little flaky. You flip out the ISB going undercover. ISB, don't interfere. Because you're obviously here on special business.
Obviously, you must be actually investigating a politician that you came with as their +1.
Exactly.
We are doing important ISB shit. Back off.
But yeah, you use that as your don't fuck with me if you get into a situation as the politician. Kind of hard to go the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great that Simi's got ISB clearance. Since
Right?
he is an ISB slicer droid practically.
Right?
Simi's real good at this shit.
So of course,
Gonna
you know,
lie.
the next day comes around and it's Life Bond Day. And there's digital hologram hearts everywhere for Life Bond Day. The day where you celebrate close friends
Life.
and loved ones. And bonds
Close life and
life.
bonding.
You celebrate bondage?
Bonding.
Of course, the Hutts took the holiday in the wrong way. Life Bond Day bikinis and chains. Freaking Hutts.
You.
Always taking it to that place. One
Yep.
of these days,
Ah.
it's gonna die from autoerotic asphyxiation.
They could only hope.
Hey, it worked for David Carradine.
Goals.
Wow.
I was gonna say, why do you think Jabba didn't fight back too much?
And Michelle is in heaven. It,
With
like,
bondage?
there is so much overflowing emotion. It is almost overwhelming to her. And she's really, really pleased.
I mean,
Like,
the best part is with all the good vibes, it's practically every day in your home world.
it's real nice. I'm so used to you miserable fuckers. It's always great when something nice is happening.
She's all pheromones everywhere.
1000%. And just like sucking this up for all it's worth. Because I know it's going to go away real quick.
Why are you
She's like, for
assholes
fuck's
supposed
sake,
to
I'm
be
following a
real?
guy who has no emotion whatsoever.
It's terrible. You have no idea. The absolute bullshit I put up with you people.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Simi does a better job with her emotions than Tozen. Just puzzled all the time why I was selected to be a part of this group. I mean, I'm here and I'll do what I'm told and I'm working for the team as best I can, but man, are you guys hard. And I'm sure you are equally unimpressed with me.
No comment.
That's right. That's right, because it is hard being with somebody who is as over emotional as this character is. Oh, so
But see, that's why you're all specialists in your own special way. You each
That's
bring
right.
something to the team.
Special as in riding the short bus over here.
So it's a big damn gala. You have the virtual invites for each of you. Do you want to use them individually, or do you want to be like +1s of each other? How are you guys going to break it down? 5 separate tickets, or 3 tickets with 5 people? I mean, I guess
What's
it would
the
be a +1 for 2 people.
What do you guys think is the best way for us to not arouse too much suspicion?
I never like things where it split the party, but
I was going to say, yeah, not a full split of the party, like 5 ways, but a +1 plus their droid, and then the other 2, and then we regroup it back inside.
We regroup at the punch bowl. It's a plan.
All right. I like
So
punch.
3 and 2 basically, and then we go punch things.
I was looking. I'm debating some basically getting my armored clothing cleaned up for the event, but I was thinking about buying like diplomat robes to wear over.
That's a good segue there for me to ask. So you guys gonna go rob a prom dress shop, or go rent some clothes, or even outright buy some clothes?
How much do they
I'm
cost to
gonna
buy?
take an oil bath.
So diplomat. So there's a couple options. So diplomat robes are $400. They no soak or defense, but they do add a blue to social checks claiming diplomatic authority, accessing classified data, and bypassing normal protocols. There's also the resplendent robes, which does add 1 soak. If wearer draws attention to himself, allies in medium range add a blue to perception, skullduggery, and stealth checks.
And how much do those cost?
$500.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder.
You could be resplendent. We just know for a matter of a fact that the blue dice does not work when talking to a Sith Lord saying, I'm on a diplomatic mission.
And $750 if you want noble regalia, which adds nothing but downgrades difficulty of social checks to interact with nobility or subordinates once.
And then what you do is you have 2 people alternate. One wears one wears the other. So you have one in a beautiful outfit and the other in a regal outfit, and they team up to work together to add the blue and downgrade the difficulty.
Right? So, yeah, not cheap, but,
Like, if it's worth it, right? Do we think it's worth it?
Yeah, I mean, to blend in better, probably one of the 3 would be good.
And of course, how does this modify your gear loadout?
Rogues can hide a lot of shit. Lots of things can go inside robes that you wouldn't be able to elsewhere.
As you totally look at whoever's got the good deception and say, tape me down!
Yeah. Well, I was leaning towards diplomatic robes. I could use a blue to social checks.
Same.
Make it so you actually have some social checks.
Hey, easy there.
A full-pointed reference. Calm down.
And all of you, of course, it's been a couple days since the last mission, so your soak is back to 0. And
stress or strain?
Strain, yeah. And you would have healed up 2 wounds, which should get Melnock back to 0. Because it's been more than a week.
Well, my wounds are 0. It's just my strain that was up.
Oh, on my screen it showed you had 2 wounds, too.
Oh, weird.
Just like Prit's got 2 strain. And does anyone have any crits that you're going to want to go to the doctor's office for?
Nope, no crits.
Or be homeopathic by one of the teammates.
I've avoided crits
I have not been so
we can
fortunate,
still
but
have
hey,
two.
I was fixed a long time ago.
Homeopathic, you whip out the Altoids tin and say, sniff this spice.
Right?
The spice must flow.
You just blow it in their face.
Spice
Think
melange.
about feeling better. It'll have the same impact.
Feeling better or feeling no pain.
Same
Not
impact.
quite the same thing, but almost as good.
It is if you're using homeopathy.
The spice melange. The spice must flow.
Right. All right, guys.
I'm all set. I got my robes and cleaned up
I'm gonna have
armor
the
clothing,
robes.
so basically wearing the robes over my clothing.
Yep, same. Diplomat robes, you said?
Diplomat robes, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go purchase some right now.
There's what it does.
Perfect.
So you can cut and paste it to your feature.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
And rarity 6. Oh.
And the nice thing is, Simi got this nice oil bath and some black fingernail polish touch-ups on any scuffs.
I'm looking spiffy.
All right.
I mean, an oil bath to do a good girl. Do a girl good. I'm trying to think of the right thing. What is the? It adds a what to social checks?
Adds blue.
It's a blue.
Blue. Thank you.
Unfortunately, the cool dice symbols don't copy paste too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny. It'll paste with like a symbol at least. Sometimes it's some random letter.
Right. You never know what you're gonna get here.
And you said the cost was 500?
400.
400.
For that one, for the diplomat, yeah.
Okay.
750 if you want the other one, which downgrades.
Which is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I was tempted, but 750. Was a bit pricey for a mission.
Oh, come on. You guys are baller.
But now that we're rich, I'll kick out 400.
You're like, I'll bust into my bug out bag for cash.
What page were these on?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's on the odd dude page.
Come up.
Source Desperate Allies, page 47.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, soak 0, defense 0, half body light, rarity 6, encumbrance 2, price 400. So, and I do have a social skill. Thank you very much.
Same. I am very charming.
Yeah, that's not one of them.
I mean, yeah.
Who went out
Definitely.
and spent some money to buy beers for people at the tavern?
I can even negotiate.
Yeah, no, mine's the first is deception. I'm 3 green in that, so.
I have 4 green in both, but I get 1 black in charm.
And I can't coerce for shit. So that ain't
what to do. I mean, it's really a guideline, really.
I mean, one green, you're not coercing much, except maybe a flea.
One green. I need you to do this. Nah.
Laugh at me.
You have the coercion skill of a Costco food person.
Yeah.
I'll take the free samples, but I ain't buying nothing.
All right. And my diplomat robes are like base, lowly, like perfunctory type person, not somebody of any, flashy importance or anything.
You're not going for the high prince of the world?
No. We would rather just be like, okay, yeah, another just random diplomat. I don't want to draw attention.
Sometimes that's a smart move.
Because again, not much of a talker. Just point me in the direction, and I'll take care of business.
What?
Okay. I'm trying to understand where we went from 400 to 750. Like you said, if you wanted to have the upgrades. And so I'm trying to find them so I can understand it. Can you help me understand what the difference is?
So the 751 is a noble regalia, which is 1 encumbrance, 3 hard points, rarity 7. Like I said, no soak, no defense, and it downgrades the difficulty of social checks to interact with nobility or subordinates. So talkie talks, that might be a good one.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, let me see what that looks like. And so I was wanting to find the one that would be best for my chick.
Yeah, so here's the...
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Noble Regalia.
Here's your base information for it.
Awesome, thank you, sir.
Because that's in Desperate Allies, page 49.
Yeah. I got hard points. What is a hard point?
You can add...
It can be modified.
Oh, I can add
modified stuff.
Yeah. Oh, fancy.
The Noble Regalia, although often inconvenient to wear, severely limiting to movement, and historically archaic, few things command innate respect as much as the traditional attire of a planet's nobility.
Because it's got the fancy lapels and the ribbons.
Yes. Varying from culture to culture, Noble Regalia typically incorporates multiple layers of ornate, expensive clothing, although a casual observer might not recognize the wearer's exact rank or title. Noble Regalia nonetheless conveys a degree of aristocratic importance.
Right, I got that.
Thus, the wearer downgrades the difficulty of social checks to interact with other nobility and their subordinates once. So 1 rank down.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys are all decked out and gussied up for prom night? I mean, like...
Yeah.
Now, are you renting a fancy vehicle or stealing a ride? How is your plan for infiltration?
We rent 2 limos.
2 space limos. Okay.
Space limos.
Yeah.
Jason Statham is my driver. He's the transporter, guys. It's like basically a title for him.
Unfortunately,
right, exactly.
Jason Statham from Crank.
Oh no, that is unfortunate.
Just watch the sequel on that one. So ridiculous. So awesome. Okay, so you guys head on out, and you've got your equipment figured out of what you are or are not wearing. Am I assuming correctly?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Does anyone need a teammate to do a deception roll for you to hide anything on you? Did someone take costuming tape to make sure they can tape things down properly?
I don't need anything for the basic lightsaber because of the attachment. That's already got it. I don't think anybody's going to help a daunting mechanics or skullduggery to identify it.
I I need to insert
And
utility belt, sir.
And I probably will carry my Soro Sub CS-12 Stun Master. A diplomat must protect themselves, after all. And it has a setback dice to perception checks to find Stun Master on an individual.
I'll need to know about that in a little bit.
Well, I'm going to be, I have my holdout pistol, hidden somewhere on me. I can absolutely, do a deception roll to hide it if necessary.
Okay, we'll need to know about that when you get to the front door.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody ready? Your limo's here.
Yep.
Is there anything I can do besides deception to bring in my my light blaster? Leadership, negotiation.
As a noble of this planet, no. There's plenty of security. You just have a sense that the Imperials will say there's plenty of security. You don't need to bring a blaster into a public event.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna look at us sideways if we do that.
Think of going to the TCC and saying you have a right to be bared arms. The convention center laughs at you. So you guys head out. I'm assuming you get picked up from different locations instead of having the limos come to the shop.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay. So your limo drivers are basically the Johnny Cab automated droids that are from the Disney ride. As it says, I'm C4327, and the other one, at the exact same split screen moment, I'm C4324. Please enter your destination. We are not responsible for false destinations typed in by passengers. And immediately they both start spewing off all these tourist locations, and there's totally a button to mute the driver.
Thank God.
And if you hit mute, the window that separates the two sections goes up, and it lets you know that you're in privacy mode. You're totally not being recorded while talking. Totally.
No way would we. Never.
Never.
Why would you think that?
Punch in for the grand ballroom.
Your limos show up with just a separate car between you guys for convenience sake of not looking too shady that you're together. As the first car has who in it? Two of you just jump up all at once.
Is there is there a rhyme or reason to how we should be put together, you guys?
I would say that Lachelle and Crit should be separate from each other.
Wow, what are you saying about their relationship?
Yeah.
That we're going to protect each other?
But you guys both have the types of skills that, that can help other people getting into moving in and about this place. So, yeah.
We want the two friendly people in different cars.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I knew where you're going, but I thought I'd just have fun.
We have Melnox and Chosen in the same car with nobody to balance them out.
Exactly. We're gonna put exactly. Yeah. Just yeah. What she said.
Yeah. The idea is like a male, female, and a droid in one, and a male, female in the other.
I mean, technically, two of you can be both. So.
Well, we could.
So who's in the first car?
Who wants?
What's in the second car?
I was thinking that as well.
I don't know.
First car is Tozen.
He wants to be a date.
Tozen, Lachelle, and Simi.
Okay, so immediately the bellhops at the front of the event open the door for you, and one of them has a little scanner and basically wants to see your invitations real quick and goes bip bip. He gets the green light and he sends you on in. And what is the name of your cover identities, by the way?
You got to be difficult.
Grandpai Poobah.
I am using my holo projector to appear as a human. And as such, my name will be...
John Smith.
Exactly.
Lord Smith and Lady...
Jaren Voss. We'll go with Jaren Voss. Sure, that sounds about Star Warsy.
I don't know. Is there something that would be a good?
No, it doesn't really matter.
Good name, or
I think Tozen totally tagged you with Jaren Voss.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
I'm not doing Bob Smith or whatever it was. That's not Star Warsy.
You need to be Star Warsy.
Difficult. And Lady, I just picked her up on the way here.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's
I mean, have you seen me? That's worthwhile.
They said I needed a +1.
N0M3.
So I got a +1 off the street.
Wow.
No, you just say it's your niece. You're very close with your niece. Okay, and you guys get escorted up, and there's a Imperial officer with a data pad that wants to scan your credentials one more time, and he nods to a guy that's at the door like a steward, who immediately, when you get to the door, announces, Lord Jaren Voss and +1.
And +1.
Nice.
And then another car drops off, and they're like, it's Prince Shizor and +1 and +1. As this rock and roller guy comes with his little bedazzled glamour outfit. And then the next vehicle pulls up.
Names.
And who is the next two to get out? Melnock.
Who are the next two to get out? Melnock. I think the answer is Melnock. So, hold on. Don't be shocked. I think it's Melnock.
So what are your cover identities when they scan your invitations?
Yeah. Or God, these suck.
Do you need me to just hit the keyboard and make a name up?
Well, no, there we go. I changed my name. You can keep track. Sucks, but there you go.
Duke Dot.
Name.
Lord Duke Dots. And
the human name generator for Star Wars: The Old Republic on fancy name generators sucks.
Can't beat it. Now the question is, when Prit comes out, is it Lord or Lady Prit?
It is Lord Jan Brito.
As Simi sneezes again, practicing the sneeze. I could hear it because there's only a wall separating us. Sorry. I can hear everything you do. As the steward says, Lord Duke Dot and Lord Voss.
Wait.
What are we waiting?
Wait for what?
Prit is Jan Brito. I'm Lord Voss.
Ah, Toast, you don't get to change your name again. You already got scanned. They got your name.
Yeah, that's what I was just spelling it out for you. That's what I said it was. Jaren Voss.
Don't be difficult.
Because, when you asked for names, I was actually down on the floor wrapping a present.
Oh, jeez.
See how you are wrapped around someone's finger?
Oh, you guys have no idea how she has me wrapped around her finger. Because I have been in love with her for the past 10 years. Never thought we were going to cross paths again. But here we are.
And next thing you know, he's going to sacrifice his video game time.
I already have, man. I used to put in like 3-4 hours a night most nights, and now I'm basically doing this, and that's about it.
They grow up so fast.
No more gaming on the weekends.
What? You just need to get her into gaming is the thing.
Oh, she is. But having a 2-year-old does really cut into gaming time.
This is where you need to get the co-gaming room with a nanny.
There you go.
Wait a minute. There could be a granny involved. So you guys are at the gala. It's fancy. There's music. Almost every serving droid on site has little Life Bond Day holograms projected up on top of them. Little hearts and cutesy little things are all over the place. Don't ask why, but there's a Gand picture as a cupid because on their species they throw a spear of love. It's lost in cultural situations. People are dressed up. Some of the Imperials have the fancy white uniform on that you barely ever see. Music is playing as you're getting the cool Star Wars music sounds.
The classic
jizz music.
Star Wars sound. Right.
It's obviously the music sound is starting very slowly on the soundtrack. We'll play 2 soundtracks then. How about that? I can totally turn that one down though. Cool background music. You see a bunch of Imperials, a bunch of politicians, a bunch of folks in cadet uniforms, lots of couples, a couple servant droids following people, lots and lots of little serving droids, little astromechs carrying drinks and food.
Okay.
The canapes for days.
Interesting.
So many canapes.
Jim, what would be an appropriate knowledge roll for the general setting of the gala?
Since it is a base, it would be warfare.
Okay. You see where I'm going with this, yes?
Maybe.
Such a festive setting for love.
Absolutely.
There's many banners and things that love and friendship is what the Empire stands for.
Mm-hmm.
You could see all the politician mentions out there.
Can you set me up with a hard warfare check, please?
I have a 3 purple set there for you. I had a sense you may be rolling something. Oh, damn.
Okay, so I get 5 blues to spend for the rest of this session.
Nice.
As immediately some people are exchanging quick pleasantries with you, the serving droid is quite insistent if you don't have a drink in your hand that you take at least one. There's a little trio of astromechs with serving plates being held up, making sure at least every humanoid they see has a drink. They were given one job.
I will either A, procure non-alcoholic drinks to drink, or B, if barring any non-alcoholic drinks, grab a drink, but not drink anything.
If you ask one of these serving droids for that, the astromech will grab a glass from another droid, pour it into its compartment in its head, put the glass down, and put one of its arms with the nozzle, and totally fills it up with space seltzer water.
Beautiful. He can make me a martini.
Martini!
Yeah,
Space seltzer water.
I'll get a drink, and I'll sip on it, but I'm not too worried. I got good resilience.
And
My
it
resilience
does not feel
sucks.
like the alcohol is like heavy poured. It's kind of a almost light poured, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want people getting schnookered.
They don't want people to enjoy themselves. Come on.
Yeah, they're cheap. That's all. Just say it.
So the party is getting a little noisy and crowded, and people have space to get away from crowds if you want, but like people are collecting in different collectives with usually like one or two people kind of dominating the scene, telling stories of some kind. One guy's like, and there I was during the Clone Wars, surrounded by separatist droids. It was just me and my clone commando. The Jedi have, of course, ran off and left us to ourselves.
Being big sissy pants like they are.
Who has our best perception?
Perception?
I'm only 3 green.
And thanks to your
Same.
long time working together, you know the answer to that, which is...
Crit. Crit, what is your perception?
My perception is 1 yellow, 4 green.
All right, so we're gonna want you keeping an eye out for our target.
Ooh, okay. Go
Okay.
ahead and with the hubbub going on and the distractions, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Valandre.
You've committed his face to your mind. So much you could apparently, with those 2 advantage, copy his face if you wanted.
I will keep that as that I know enough that if I need to, I will. Because it might come up.
Hey, I figured I'd throw it out there for you. As a shapeshifter, you did such a good job remembering his face, you could copy it if need be.
I'm
Awesome.
I'm banking that.
Okay, I thought that was a good suggestion, and that's why I threw it out.
I like it. I will buy that.
As you clearly see at this point of the party, he is nowhere to be seen. You've kind of scanned the ups and the tops and the upper deck and the bottom deck, and he is not on site yet. But then again, you did show up at the appropriate start time for this shindig. You could be one of those show up fashionably late kind of guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, your objective is to keep an eye out for him, and definitely now knowing that, well, I don't know, but I would have a plan if I were to find out that you could copy him. Simi, I would love it if you could take the schematics that I previously collected and maybe use a terminal to find a quiet spot where we might be able to get rid of this guy. Not to mention having a few data spots where we can collect some information would also be handy.
Is there a terminal nearby?
Terminals.
Yeah, there's actually like in this area there's a bank of terminals, because you never know when guests and VIPs need to plug into the Imperial HoloNet and find something out, or better yet, upload some cool social media pictures.
So,
All right.
Lachelle, you should be trying to make friends, especially friends that we can turn to the Alliance.
Alrighty. So I am going to try to be charming, Mr. Jim.
And I'm going to throw her a blue in that charmingness.
So we're kind of circling together, and then we kind of drift apart, and then we come back together. Since we entered the room together, we don't want to look like we entered the room together and then instantly parted ways, because that's not suspicious, right?
Right.
You're a couple. Couples break up to go talk to their friends.
But then they always drift back together, and then they part again, right? So we're keeping up this coming together and moving apart just slowly. And I am talking with anybody who in this group who looks interesting to me. People who I don't know exactly what I would be looking for in this crowd, but I'm looking for people who maybe look disaffected, maybe and I mean, what does that look like?
Ooh,
Maybe one that subtly says the keywords, like the joke with preppers. If you say bug out bag, people know that you're a prepper if you say that. So you're keeping an ear out and then joining in conversations with anybody that might say something slightly disparaging to the Empire, as dangerous as that might be at such location. So give me are you being charming to engage with people? Because this would be like one roll for a montage of events.
Yes, I am being very, very, very charming.
Charming.
I upgraded her and I threw her a blue, so.
Jeebus. And doesn't your outfit do something as well?
Yes. Let me get the exact text for my outfit.
So I've got the
downgrade difficulty of social checks to interact with nobility and subordinates once.
And I will give you one downgrade, which will totally help. Okay, that's a good use of everything. Go ahead and take your shot.
All right, here we go, folks.
Wow.
So you're not finding anyone who, and it could just be they're guarded because this is a hive of Imperial, fortitude. But for your 3 advantages, I can definitely give you something if you would
like. Yes. It says affect unexpected subjects beyond the original target. So even though I'm not successful in the actual piece that we are trying to accomplish, where we are trying to where is it sowing discord in their ranks and recruitment and collaboration, and I'm not going to be successful in turning them to allies to our cause, but I want to. Are there people here that are possible? Right, I'm not successful in doing so, but I want to hear if there are people who might be.
So
Yorin,
you do find a pair of individuals. They're not, separate, but 2 people that you find that you are suspicious could be used as assets in the future if you could convince them to do so. So in the Skype, I just listed them. The first one is Captain Jorn Velkar, a dedicated veteran of the Clone Wars and totally the bulging belly, gray-haired guy that was being all pompous about being abandoned by the Jedi. You get the sense that he doubts the oppressive regime of the Empire will last as long as the Republic. He says it in a mocking way that, the Republic has stood for 10,000 years. The Empire's only been around for a week by that course. He doesn't disparage the Empire, but he does kind of make that little cuffed, mocking comment that totally gets your rebellious little ears twitching. As you're like, ah.
Tell me more.
But you don't get anything seditious from him. You definitely get Captain Joran. And the other one is Lady L.R. Trask. She's a wealthy socialite and philanthropist. And basically, you get from her during the rubbing elbows that she has an issue with how the Empire has taken the worst habits of the Republic when it comes to the marginalized communities and has just made it worse. Yes, the Republic failed many of its citizens, but the Empire has just downright exploited others.
Okay.
She definitely has a whole Mother Teresa feel that she wants to take care of the impoverished. And thinking about it, you might actually recognize her from one of the outreach groups. Because if Corulag can't take care of itself, how could it take care of the rest of the Empire? We should, we are a civilized planet. We should not have impoverished. There's enough housing and enough food and enough credits flowing across this planet. No one should go without a meal.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, if the Empire was truly a beautifully working cog, then it would be able to feed everyone equally, wouldn't it? Little backhand comment.
Right. Another not quite bad, but not really all that great comment.
You're getting they're not full-on rebels, but they actually have beliefs that would click with the Rebel Alliance pretty well.
Okay.
As long as you guys
don't do
anything ridiculously violent. Like, you're pretty sure the captain would take offense if you blew up innocent pilots that weren't vile and evil. And Lady Trask would take offense if citizens took the blunt of something you did.
Got it. Okay.
Which, thankfully, your group has done nothing of either of those sorts.
Well,
that's correct.
Punching out a few security guards, that's just good practice for them.
Well, yeah.
I mean, show me the lie. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you're getting, the party ambiance is doing its thing. You totally have seen Lachelle doing the whole fluttering from group event to group event, listening to people talk. You guys are giving each other the eyeballs.
Yep.
The utter so subtle. Look, look, glance, glance. Can someone for the team, being a great team player, roll me a deception check for how well you guys are communicating silently without being noticed?
I will happily do that. I think I have the best deception.
I will throw you a blue.
What's your deception, bud?
2 yellow and 3 green.
That is probably better than me. I have 3 yellow.
You dirty, dirty liar.
I upgraded my deception. That's why I wanted to double check with you.
All right. Are we ready?
Get it, bud.
Yep, you are totally ready, and you have an extra blue, by the way, for the... Oh, and Pritt's using a upgrade. Thanks to the hustle and the bustle and the serving droids, you're getting an extra blue to help your deception out, because everything is quite...
You gave him a blue from me?
Yep, he's got 2 blue and an upgrade.
Beautiful.
And here we go.
As you guys, he will take 1 point of strain because there's lots of Imperial security looking around, but you guys are totally shooting each other at the eyes, and the occasional hand gesture mixed into a hair flick. Some predetermined baseball signs to pass to each other. If I brush my breast on the left, I mean this. If the breast of the right of the coat is this, it is that.
That's a good question, right quick.
What's up?
I thought it was deception. Was it perception? Did I hear you wrong?
It was deception.
It read perception.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be deception.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Sorry.
Yep, that's what I thought might have happened. Because you're pretty deceptive too, so.
Okay, let's try that again.
Even better.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want for all of those triumphs? I mean, if you would like for the 3 of those advantages, your target comes into the room. Totally sensible. I can give that to you for that.
I like that. Yeah. So, for 3 of them, I'll take the target comes in the room, and for that last one, I will give the next person rolling gets a blue.
Okay. So as you eyeball the target, and then you totally flick and do an eyebrow, double eyebrow, and everybody in the team looks that general direction. The guy's up on the 2nd story balcony looking down with his beverage. He just happens to pop out from some unseen door that the ISB guys use for their privacy. Just as Simi is plugging into the terminal to find a polite place.
And I'm throwing Simi a blue.
So Simi gets 2 blue and an upgrade since you already have the schematics. Go ahead and plug in and pull up the schematics on site to see if there's a super private refresher somewhere.
Wow.
What the hell?
What?
I am going to use my, let me pull up the ability.
Wow. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
Wow.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Inconceivable.
Master Slicer, once per round. I can use suffer 2 straight. No, that's the wrong one. Where's the?
You can make a reroll.
Yeah, I'm looking for the.
It may be a death.
Here it is. Natural Programmer. Once per session may re-roll any 1 computer's or astrogation check.
Would you like to re-roll that roll that is 3?
I would love to re-roll that.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
As you find out every place in this building is currently under
And
surveillance.
I'm just going to flip that just in case there.
Give me just a sec to give you your flip. Don't roll yet. Now you have 2 blue, 2 upgrades against 2 purple dice.
Yeah, are you ready?
Good to go. Yep.
Wow.
There we go.
System.
That is what we expect from your normal dice roll.
Ooh.
So, you have, yes, there are a few blind spots to find. Conveniently, you have 3 advantage and a triumph. What would you like to do with them?
I can create blind spots.
And if you would like,
goodness.
I will totally, for one of those triumphs, you can use the PA system to summon your target to one of those blind spots for a triumph.
That's exactly along the lines of what I was thinking to do with it.
Lure him into his own assassination, and he's going to go there willingly.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, so what do you want for your other triumph and your 3 advantage?
Ellie, I have an idea for you.
And what is your suggestion?
One of our other objectives was to disrupt communications or anything, within the stronghold. For that other triumph, you're able to upload a virus that impacts the communication systems of the stronghold.
And what, so like that I can just set off at any time, or that it's
just
like slowly deteriorating?
Basically a worm that you just launch it and it slowly starts doing its thing and gets worse and worse as time progresses.
Currently, the comms will be down, basically.
Okay, let's do it.
And nobody quite understands why at the moment.
And
Clearly it's nothing bad, though.
And then you get 3 advantage. I mean, if you want, you could totally say it's going to give whoever makes their first move on your target a free upgrade.
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Nice.
Okay, so conveniently it is almost 9 o'clock. And when you all signal each other unilaterally, and thankfully Simi can communicate through your communication bubs without really talking because she's an android, isn't it great that you've upgraded your earpieces?
Yep.
That she not only has a location, but she has paged the target through his secure ISP comms that he is requested to go to the location presently. And Simi is able to give you a shortcut to go to the location. Now the
Nice.
question is, Simi, what is the location you're having him go to that is nice and private and discreet in this fortress?
So preferably someplace where we can dispose of a body.
Somewhere near a.
Is there a garbage
Garbage
chute?
chute.
Yeah, trash compactor.
Sadly, this is a beautiful Imperial city. Even the trash compactors look clean. The ultimate punishment. You must clean out the
Isn't it?
refresher. So are you picking like some blind alleyway corridor near a waste chute? No, let's do that.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Out of the way, random place.
I'm assuming Kelly said that because I could barely hear her, like she sneezed.
Yeah,
Her
sorry.
microphone up. You okay?
Yeah, my,
Being sneezy.
You're having an allergic reaction to all that machine oil. So you all start peeling off to head to the ambush site, right?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yep. I do as well. And I would like at least Prit there.
I'm coming.
And am I to understand that you're going to be heading off with a choke point, so you have half the group coming down one hallway and the other half coming down the other hallway?
If that's the best way to do it, sure.
That sounds like a great way to do it. I do believe that I want to be with Melnock.
He wants to make sure you get a blue dice, Melnock. I can sense it.
With Christian, I'm sorry, Christian, that's Melnock, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember to dance with the partner you came with.
Croissant. Duke Dot.
So just as, all of a sudden the
No,
camera
actually, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Never mind.
pans on your target as he's conveniently whips out his data pad once he's out of eye shot of the party, and he's apparently doing work and seeing why he's being summoned, as there's 2 shadows one direction and then 3 shadows the other direction, and he has his face down in his data pad just as, you know what, I think we have enough time, but we'll worry about that next time.
Yeah, throw out some
Knowing
XP
us-
for us.
Knowing us, it'll devolve into 2 hours of combat, and Kelly will fall asleep.
Right?
Yep.
So as the ambush is about to be sprung with everything in your favor, this is how I jinx it next week. Everything in your favor. A little astromech droid comes by with a life bond day heart fluttering over his dome. And people smooching in the hallway just shy where you need to go, but they'll totally be busy smooching to not hear anything like maybe a blaster shot.
What could possibly go wrong?
As the camera fades to black, and that's a good place to wrap it up there. Y'all get 15
All right.
experience.
Nice.
For some reason, I don't see the 15 experience I just typed.
I do.
It's there.
Okay.
Because it added to the Imperial Stormtrooper.
Oh, okay.
You
Those
must
must have been
have.
a half second after I typed. Dark corridor with a garbage. And you guys have one upgrade. The first person to move on the target. And the target's been lured to a blind spot. And the base's comm systems are currently down. As all of a sudden it's going into an automated, cleansing process to clear out its queue.
It's weird. I wonder why it's doing that.
Must be a great time while the building's under such scrutinized security that nobody even noticed.
Right?
I mean, nothing
Best
would
to
ever
take care
happen
of these
with
things
this
in a
many-
timely fashion.
Yeah.
All right, good night, guys.
All right, good night,
Good night.
everybody.
All right. Night.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good
and
one.
Have a happy Life Bond Day tomorrow.
Yep. And you have
Thank
a
you.
good time tomorrow.
You all as well.
Yep.
All right, good draw. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yep.
Bye
All right,
bye.
bye.
Bye, gang.
And apparently, I've discovered in Roll20 you cannot make heart emojis with the less than and 3. It comes up
Yeah.
as a blank.
Interesting.
The more you know.
All right, bud. Have a good night.
All right, later, guys.
Outsource.